Hey there, YouTube fam, how you be? It's time to work our way through the astrological signs for this month and see what kind of vibes you have to look forward to. And as always, we are beginning with my fellow earth signs. I personally am a Virgo, but my moon is in Taurus, and we always begin with Taurus. Now, while I was pre-shuffling, I was seeing cards like the Devil card, which... okay, yeah, unhealthy coping mechanisms, unhealthy habits, addictions, all of that. But that's also a very earth card, the gravity of it all. This material plane, right? So at the same time, the other card that I was seeing a lot was another major arcana, and that one was the Wheel of Fortune. My dear Taurus fam, may the odds be ever in your favor this month. I feel like that is such a running theme for a bit now. So tag your it. If you have no idea what the heck anybody's been talking about with it, tag your it. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut the deck together. I'm going to split it into three, and I'm going to pull that middle to the top. And first card is the Three of Pentacles, which is... now, one thing about the Pentacles and their earthiness is these things take time. We're talking daily, steady progress and knowing that that's what's required for what you're working on, this garden that you may be cultivating right about now, right? And a harmonious relationship. I personally tend to right off the bat think of working, like co-creating with the divine. Like I always say that as long as you're the one right here at the chisel there, you know what I mean? Then I have nothing to complain about, right? Because this is your life. And while part of it is being able to recognize that sometimes you just got to hand over control, because if you're trying to cling to it, then you're just, it's just... well, that wasn't supposed, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't quite work out the way you want it to, and it can be really difficult for some of us to do so. But this is about harmony and whatever it is that you're working on together, whether it's an actual job and a team, everyone's doing their part. Like, the word harmony keeps looping in my head looking at this card right now. That's the vibe I'm feeling right now. What about you? Right? And whatever it is that you're working on is leading to prosperity. This is a very good foundation that you're building or have built, and that everything is, you know, built upon, and it's leading to prosperity. It's leading to the outcome you've been wanting, right? Chapter 2, since I do think of this as a story when it comes to tarot, and this is really funny because we're going in numerical order, except we switched suits and we've moved on to the Four of Swords. This is someone who is kind of similar to the Emperor in the sense of they don't have to do it anymore. They don't have to be the soldier fighting anymore. The swords are up on the wall like some kind of gothic decor. Yes. It's like hot girl summer, pot girl summer, goth girl summer. Thank you. It's really warm, okay? Moving on. So this is someone who's recognizing the battle's done. I have no one to fight anymore. And I don't want to bring that energy into this next chapter of my life, into the second half of your life. Whatever it may be for you, this new beginning, right? When I see this, I tend to think of meditation. You need to meditate. You need to remember the sound of your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own heartbeat. But also, like, the thing that makes me think of the Emperor is the sword down here, right? That tends to be a golden shade with this art style. It's, you know how to handle it if anything comes up, and you need to trust yourself to know how to handle things accordingly, to not over dramatize things or whatever the heck, right? To handle things a bit more stoic, because you know what you're working toward. You know who you are, and you know what you want from here on out. And being able to sit with yourself and remember and, have your own mind, your own thoughts, whether we're doing shadow work or whatever kind of healing or transition you are. It's being able to be comfortable within yourself and remembering that your peace of mind, your fulfillment, and all of that comes from you. That's your responsibility, right? Chapter 3 is the Knight of Cups. I tend to think of this horsey as like they're prancing around, like they were sent out, because the knights are like sent out for a mission, right? And this horsey is just like boop, 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 prancing around. They're so happy. But much like the Knight of Pentacles, they're waiting for you. Like they went out to this like river here, right? And it's like they know you're right there and you're coming along and it's about time to have some fun. Like, okay, you got your work done for the day. Now let's have some fun the rest of the night. You know what I mean? Like, let's cut it loose. If this is a person coming into your life, maybe you're not meant to take them too seriously. You know what I mean? Maybe you're just meant to remember how to laugh and have fun and really savor the moment. Allow yourself to feel in that moment and be happy, allowing all of the blessings you've been longing for, wanting, your intentions and all of that, allowing them to come on in and allowing yourself to fulfill yourself, right? It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a moment in time. It can be you reaching that point in your healing journey where it's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to enjoy my life. I'm supposed to be happy, and whatever giggling looks like for you. You know what I mean? I like to ask, like, when was the last time that you laughed out loud and forgot where you were and maybe embarrassed yourself a little bit? But it doesn't matter because it was a wonderful, beautiful moment. You know what I mean? When was the last time that happened? Who was with you? Who are you able to be so comfortable around that you can just let go like that? Because that's some good shit, fam. After the Knight of Cups is the Six of Pentacles. I freaking love this card. They have a scale just like Justice, but this one is reminding you that life, it's not about give and take. It's about give and receive. The idea of paying it forward, but in real time in this material realm, not so literal in line at the coffee shop or whatever. You know what I mean? It's being able to have the grace to accept when someone is helping you with something, when someone is doing something nice for you, knowing that you're going to have that chance to essentially pay it forward, to do something. Like, even if you don't really have that much money right now, maybe you don't give a shit about money, your bills are paid, you're fine, right? A little bit of Four of Cups or Pentacles action, but maybe you're perfectly content. You know what I mean? That is your bliss. There are other things you can do. You could just smile at a stranger, hold open the door, and that freaking makes somebody's day. You don't know what anybody else is experiencing. I'm talking about even the small things can have such huge impacts, right? And this is acknowledging your part in that. Don't worry about what you can do for others. You're going to have the chance. You make sure that you know how to do that without sacrificing yourself anymore. Getting your head on right to know that you deserve and are worthy of being a part of that give and receive flow. You know what I mean? Whether it is helping someone just pay their electric bill for a month, or just hanging out with your friend because they're neurodivergent AF and they just need you to, what is that, body doubling or something? There's a term for it. They just need you to hang out while they do chores. You don't need to pitch in. You don't even need to talk to some people. You just need to be there. And that's helpful. And they can get it all done lickety split. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways. And you're really catching that vibe right now, right? And that's what this is all about. And it's because of these like two that came boom, boom, 3, 4, right? I feel like that's what's really reflecting about your life right now, is this is where your mind is. Your mind is catching all of that. You just got to remember to still have fun. Don't get lost in that kind of sauce either, where you're just kind of out in the ether, Like, I'm connected to everything, that you just kind of miss out on stuff at the same time. Anything in excess is bad, okay? Even the good shit. Just make sure you're present, okay? Make sure you're present. That's what this time is for. Being present in the moment and living. What did I say about that Three of Pentacles, fam? Because what's coming up underneath it is the King of Pentacles. The thing that I love the most about the King and Queen of Pentacles is how everyone is thriving in that kingdom. Everyone is well fed. Everyone is cared for. This could be a daddy warbucks coming into your life and trying to help. You're being like, I see, because it's coming up underneath the Three of Pentacles. I see what you're doing. I believe in you and I want to invest in this. Or is this someone in your life who just they believe in you and they're right there to, support you and help you figure out what it is that you can do that can be prosperous for you, like some kind of mentor or something. Or, either way, this could be you. You know what I mean? Someone who is not only well off and everything has come to fruition, and now there's a point where it's like, okay, what's next? This person, whoever it is very, very generous. That is a part of who they are, right? And maybe that's something you've been having to figure out for yourself. Where's the balance in that? And, because I mentioned it before, didn't I? It comes up from time to time. Being able to help others, where's that line? Where's that boundary between being helpful and being there, being a part of a support system, and sacrificing yourself? You know what I mean? Depleting yourself because you're putting others forward. Where's that balance for you, right? This is someone who knows it, right? They're getting things done. They are handling it, and it is prosperous. It's very prosperous. It's very, like I said, Daddy Warbucks energy, okay? Underneath that Four of Swords is the Page of Swords. There we go. Making our way through those suits with a quickness today. From the 3 to the King, from the 4 to the Page. This is someone, it could be a message coming in for you that just helps with some clarity, some logic. You'd be someone who has no idea how impactful what they're saying to you is, but it's coming up underneath the Four of Swords. So I think it's really, really, really going to help you. It's going to help with some perspective on something. Okay. It's going to help you be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on with that. That's how I need to handle that. Fine. You know what I mean? It's going to help make sense, but this can also be you, and you could be realizing, okay, so that career, like where my mindset, because the swords are the mind, where my mindset has been and what I've been focused on. Maybe you've started something new, and these are new things. This is a new thing that you're working on, and that can feel a bit awkward at times. And you need to remember that your intuition, when you're being true to yourself, is always going to lead you in the best directions. Right? I don't mean that if you're driving on the way to work and being able to pay, fulfill your responsibilities or whatever, and you see 333 on a billboard, I don't mean just veer off. I like to think of synchronicities and stuff as like high fives from the universe, quite frankly. Right? And I feel like you're beginning to really understand, like, no, this feels right. You know what I mean? Since you've been taking that time to get everybody else's opinion out of your head, you're really figuring out like, okay, this is new. I feel awkward, but you know what you're doing. You are resilient. You've been there. You've done that. You may be new in this field or in this particular, this may be a new way of thinking, but you know what you're doing, right? Underneath the Knight of Cups is the Queen of Pentacles. I like to put her on par with the Empress. These two, when we get to this point, the royalty of the Pentacles suit, it feels like served on a golden platter. Those beautiful gold backgrounds, right? Such conscious awareness of your connection. is going on, right? Not only nurturing yourself, but your vibe is nurturing. And the things you understand, that the things that matter are worth your time and energy. They're worth cultivating and putting time and energy into. And I feel like having the king and queen balancing out that page of swords between them, like earth and air, right? We got some earth and air going on here. Oh my goodness. I just realized that with the exception of the Knight of Cups, is all pentacles and swords. Fam. Wow. How beautiful is that? Underneath the Six of Pentacles, we have our first, aside from the Devil and Wheel of Fortune that I saw while I was pre-shuffling, this is our first major arcana showing up underneath the Six of Pentacles. If the king and queen with the page of swords between them wasn't, and the queen of pentacles, came up underneath the Knight of Cups. Just saying. But underneath the Six of Pentacles, fam, I need to censor it. It's one of those. Is the world. It's the world, fam. That's the winning card. Nailed it. Like, underneath the Six of Pentacles too. I feel like that for you, Taurus, that's what's guiding you this month. That's what enables you to feel fulfilled and like you're doing the thing, is just being a part of things without sacrificing yourself. And that balance, because remember, the Six of Pentacles is one of those few cards that has an actual scale in the person's hand to really, it's that whole idea of the servant and the master, like, nah, they're equals. And anyone who thinks otherwise is confused. Down with the patriarchy and all that hierarchy kind of crap, right? The World card is the hashtag winning. That is the dancer of the major arcana, right? The major arcana is considered the fool's journey. And make it like, fam, this is it. Whatever you're working on, this is it. So if you've been wanting that kind of confirmation, I am happy to help. Coming up with all this like slow moving daily grind. Doesn't have to feel like a grind, right? Commitment, right? We're finishing the caboose card to this reading is the freaking Knight of Swords. More swords, and this is the fastest night of the entire tarot. We're talking an hour, we're talking a day. It's that quick. Some kind of message, some kind of thing that helps really, remember, because we got the Page of Swords, so there is something coming in. Like, not only just relax, have fun, relax, have fun, and enjoy your life. This is like Nine of freaking Pentacles and luxuriation to the nth degree. We're not forcing anything. We're magnetizing. We're magnetizing rather than chasing, right? And this night is like, that's okay. Don't worry. Hold my beer. On the bottom of the deck, which for me is always the main vibe. And then you get like particulars that come out. But the bottom is the Six of Swords. So it's still another sword. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 10 cards total. Swords. And then the rest except for 2 are pentacles. This is whatever it was that represented the choppy waters for you. You're moving away from that. It could just be your mindset. This could just be representing all the time that you've been spending retraining your subconscious and how you want to think and the positive vibes that you prefer in your life, right? And it could, like, who are the people in the boat, right? Are they all you and just different sides of yourself? Are there people in your lives that are on the short list of, I will do anything for these two, for these three, you know? Just like the chisel in this one, as long as you're the one at the reins, I have nothing to complain about because this is your life. Reminder, this is your life. But I feel like this Knight, both of these cards, the Knight and the Page, you can't see the full length of the sword, right? They're just going up into the heavens. And I feel like that's really talking about, especially with the Page coming up underneath the Four of Swords, I really feel like that's talking about your intuition. Trust yourself. You've been learning how to trust yourself. You know better now. And you're just getting comfortable in that. You've acknowledged, you've accepted, and you're just getting comfortable, fam. It's okay. This is it. Whatever's got your focused, whatever your mind has been on that you've been working toward, this is it. This is it. You've got it. Keep it up. Keep going. You know exactly what you're doing. And I'm happy to remind you. I'm happy to confirm whatever this is for you, right? Thank you so much for sharing these positive vibes with me, fam, and keeping me company throughout this reading. I really appreciate it. Always remember that I believe in you, okay?